Hey guys, it's Anna with Anna Travels back with another video. So today we are actually going on an adventure. We're going to Chichen Itza, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a Mayan temple close to Cancun. So I'm excited. This is probably one of the highlights of my trip. And I need to go grab my friend who's taking pictures along the beach, and we're gonna go visit go meet our transportation. Which is lunch. It's a tour, so it's free lunch. It's part of the tour, and it's a buffet. They serve you, so it's not like you're touching the food. We're gonna eat. We're gonna go to the cenote maybe, and then I forgot what else is. And then we go to Chichen afterwards. So this tour was called the Chichen Classico, and it was a tour run by Group Escariet. When I was researching tours, there were so many, but we decided to go with this one because it sounded good and it fit our budget. It was $124.99 per adult and $62.50 per child. I'll post an affiliate link in the description. I do get a small commission if you use that link to book. It was a full day tour. It was about 12 hours and it includes a visit to a cenote, lunch, and a tour at Chichen Itza. And after your Chichen Itza stay, it includes a short stop at one of the local cities before the long drive back to your resort, actually back to the transportation center, and then they bus you to your resort. I'll go over some pluses and minuses of the tour and visiting Chichen Itza. The tour was nice. We had amazing people in our group, which I think can also help make or break your tour. And all the people in our group were actually very, very nice, and they also were interested in history. It just wasn't just, let's go to this ruins just because to get it on our Instagram feed. It seemed like the other people in our group were interested in the history as much as we were. I was a history major back in college. I graduated from George Mason University, and my friend who was traveling with me really loves history too. And I think this really excited our tour guide. So I think her regular presentation does have a lot of history. She has these artist renditions of what the ruins looked like, in their prime, and it helped, with her story, so you could actually see how the ruins looked, brand new, and then you can see how they look now. And I really liked that presentation. And she also was not dull. You could tell that she had a lot of passion for the history, and so it just wasn't like some dull lecture. She also took us to another side of the ruins that I guess most people don't really request to go to or even bother going to. Most people just want to stick to the main temple and like where they sacrificed all the people, and I guess where they played, I forgot the little game, the ball game. But because we were interested in history, she took us there. And it was actually also really awesome. That section is actually really awesome. The negatives. This isn't really about the tour itself. I felt like the tour is actually really well run. But this is more about just Chichen Itza and just the nature of the beast. This is a very big tourist trap location. There are so many tourists. There's busloads of tourists, including our busload. If I were to go back, I would definitely try to book a sunrise tour. They were a little bit more expensive. I think the one that I found was like $200, and it didn't include anything. It just really included picking you up at 4 a.m., driving you out to Chichen Itza, and then letting you wander around for an hour and then taking you back home. But I think it would be worth it just to see that place quieter. Maybe less the peddlers. The peddlers were kind of aggressive in certain spots, so just be note, a little bit aggressive. And those jaguar like whistles or whatever, it was out of control, and it gave me a headache after a while. I want to mention cameras. Our tour guide told us that if we had a GoPro or a handheld camcorder with it, we would have to pay a tax. I was like, well, what about our cameras? I had my Olympus, my friend had her Canon with a huge lens, and another guy on the bus had a Sony. And she was like, oh, they're fine. And I was a little confused by this, actually. I was really confused by this. I was like, well, how come our cameras are fine but not a GoPro? And then when we were on our Tulum tour, which that video will be out probably in a week or two, our tour guide for the Tulum tour actually explained that the law is a little bit outdated, so they don't include like actual like bigger cameras like DSLRs or any other of those, you know, actual like cameras that are a little bit better than GoPros. But, you know, she said that sometimes they can like come up to you and be like, no, you need to pay a tax. So just be warned, you know, you can probably get in with like a regular camera, but you might be stopped and asked to be paid a tax if you don't pay it on the entrance. So just be careful. And yeah, I hope you guys will get to experience Chichen Itza, and I definitely can't wait to go back. So like and subscribe and join me for future videos. Have a great day, guys.